Hi everyone, Corey here from the Knitting All the Blankets podcast. I'm filming a lot later than usual. It's about 9:30 at night on Saturday. I normally have been filming on Sundays, but the house is quiet and I'm going to try to shoot tonight so I can upload stuff on Sunday. And hopefully my Sunday will go a little quicker. These 20 to 30 minute podcast episodes take about 2 hours to upload to YouTube. And while I do go and do other stuff while they're uploading, it's still a long time to wait for something to upload. So, thank you to all returning viewers and hi to anybody who is new. Like I said, my name is Corey, and you can find me on Ravelry as craftsbycori, and there is a podcast group on Ravelry, and the link to it will be down in the description below. So in today's episode, I'm going to be showing off I finished the scrap wrap on Thursday, so it's been done for 2 days now. Yay, I'm going to be showing that off, and some bigger canvas bags / totes that I've acquired, and I'm going to turn them into project bags because, as my podcast title indicates, I love knitting blankets. So having tote bags that can hold substantial amounts of yarn and everything, those work for me. Okay. So you can see it just barely right there in the corner. And that's it. Here, I'm also sitting on it. Ugh. It's done. I'm going to have to go from one side to the other with it. The mallard wood did not make it all the way to the end. I hope this isn't too trippy for some people. It ended up being a total of 77.5 inches long by 27 inches wide. And here's the end. Like I said, the blue mallard wood yarn did not make it to the end, so I did have to tie in that small ball of Bernat Baby that I found on clearance, and that's all I had to do to finish. Yeah, it was a little disappointing, but I am really glad I had this in my stash, so Thursday night when it came down to it, I could just tie it in, keep knitting, and finish it. I'm very happy about that. But this thing is huge and it's nice and warm. Just drapes over me very nicely. And it drapes over my arms nicely too. Let's see if I can get... That's what it looks like. I look like I have a wing. It drapes longer on this side because I don't have it even. But it's done, and I can cuddle up like this, and it's all good. So it's done. I am so glad that it's done. And I took a break after finishing it for about a day to let my wrists heal. The final leg of the wrap had an addition of 119 rows. Or 29, something like that. So I've already taken the progress keeper out of it, obviously. So, but it's done. I'm so happy that it's done. And then after giving my wrists a little bit of a break, I'm back to knitting squares for Eric's blanket. I've gotten 5 or 6 more black squares done. I ended up finishing up the green and tied in the black, started using the black yarn for his. So yeah, and on Sunday, last Sunday, and last episode, I said he and I were going to meet at Joann's so he could pick out his silver yarn. After looking at what was available and how most of the silvers were actually gray, he changed his mind, and he won't be doing, or I won't be doing silver for him. I will be doing red. He chose the Red Heart Cherry Red, and I haven't bought it yet. So, which is nice. I think that would be a nice pop of color for him. So, and when I keep telling him that I'm gonna do a little design work on Excel so he can see the color, what the color layout, just notice my necklace is backwards, what the color layout's going to look like. And that way he can decide, does he want one row of each color alternating in stripes? Does he want like all the black together, then all the green? In what order does he want them in? Does he want them, because they're little squares, the way it's going to work out is I can get them evenly dispersed across the row if I do like blocks of 3 squares, like 3 green, then 3 black, 3 red, whatever. Or does he want individual squares? If he wants them individually, I may kill him, because that's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work to piece this thing together anyways, but he's my little brother and I love him. Somebody remind me of that when I'm going crazy. Okay, bags. Now, 2 of these bags are kind of work related, and then the other one is an awesome bag from a grocery store, not my local grocery store. So, first bag I'm going to show you is a nice bag that we got at the college I work at every spring. Has a day called Professional Development Day, where essentially the college shuts down. There are no classes on that Friday, and we all gather for lunch and sessions, whether they be professional development, personal development, whatever, or you present. And they usually give you a bag with a notepad and a pen and some candy. Now, over the years, the quality of the bag, and even just what type of bag. Like last year, it wasn't even a bag. We got lunch boxes. Granted, I use this lunchbox every day, so it's awesome. But, so, it's a nice big canvas tote with nice thick strap handles. And this is what the inside looks like. It opens up pretty big. Let me flatten out the bottom. Turn this way. That's how flat it goes. And it does have a little, I guess a key ring minder in it. It does not have any pockets though, which is fine, but that's fine with me. I don't care. I'm not going to show you the other side because it has my college's logo. Any astute Googler and all that can figure out where I work, but I personally choose not to advertise what college I work at. So that is why. So I look forward to using this bag when I go places and can take knitting with me, especially if I'm going to take smaller project bags. I can fit a lot of smaller project bags in there. The second one is where it's from a conference I went to. I've said in the past that I am a librarian, and if I haven't, that's weird. I usually mention that I'm a librarian at some point during a video. And I went to a professional conference last week. No, not last week, 2 weeks ago. I actually meant to show you this bag last episode and completely forgot. And I went to the Florida Library Association conference. This is what the bag looks like. It's got a pocket right here, which was cool. Pocket right here that holds my, if you've ever seen the big 24-ounce Tervis water bottle, it fits perfectly right here. And there's a little pen loop right here. See See if I can stick my finger through it. Nope, can't. But yeah, it has a little pen loop. It has an ID pouch on the back, which they recommended that we take our business cards and slide it in. That way, if we accidentally left our bags in a session, they can get it back to us. The straps aren't as thick on this one, but it does have a zipper. So I can zip this one closed, which is nice. And the inside, it's just plain black on the inside. Nothing really too special, but again, excuse me. My throat's a little dry, and I don't have any water with me, but it's nice. This is the first year that I'm aware of that they have had the color purple. Usually the bags are black and white, black and red, black and blue, and I honestly have enough tote bags in those color schemes, in black and white and black and blue and black and red. So when I saw that they had purple and I was given the choice of what color bag do you want, I chose purple because I do not have a bag with this color. So another good blanket bag or big project bag. So my last one, there's a little bit of background on this one. My in-laws currently live in Louisiana. There is a grocery store in Louisiana called Rouse's. For those of you that live in Louisiana and have access to this store, I'm very jealous of you. I love Rouse's. Love them. It is, and I feel like somebody's going to drop out of the ceiling and cry heresy, but in a way, I think Rouse's is better than Publix. Okay, no one's jumping out of walls or out of the ceiling, but I am a diehard Publix fan. Publix girl, used to work there, but Rouse's is so much better. They have an olive bar. The olive bar is so awesome. Like, oh, and their produce section is so cool. Their bakery I took a panoramic photo of their bakery section with all of their ready to buy cakes and pies and pastries and all that. And it had to be panoramic just to get it all in the shot. Because my mother would not believe, she didn't believe me when I told her how big the bakery section was. And it wasn't even that big, to be honest. It was the fact that they just had the quantity that, and I don't know if everything was made on site, but it's just, yeah. Not to mention, in Louisiana, okay, Publix in Florida, or at least the Publixes I shop in, they have maybe one aisle dedicated to wine. And there's a law in Florida saying that grocery stores cannot have a liquor store aspect, the harder liquors, inside that store. Actually has to be its own separate thing. In Louisiana, this is not the case. You got right next to the floral section. Go buy a dozen roses, pick up a bottle of whiskey on your way out. I know most people are thinking, why whiskey, why not wine? Whiskey's better. It just is. So, yeah, in Louisiana, or at least in the houses I shop in and my mother-in-law shops in, the liquor store is right there in the store as well. And that is awesome. I also love that they have these huge piles of crawfish and shrimp and everything that you know just came off the boat that morning. So there's also that jealousy. I'm kind of missing Louisiana. I think I need to go back to visit. Anyways, enough backstory. For my birthday, my mother-in-law sent me two reusable shopping bags. One was a cooler bag that is with all my other reusable shopping bags, so I don't forget it, but it's one of the cooler ones. It's got the flexi metal inside, you know, put your ice cream in and all your cold stuff in. And then she sent me this one. Nice big Rouse's canvas tote. And this is a pocket, so I can do that. I didn't cut the tag off this one, but it doesn't have the price, it's just the barcode. And it is a nice big bag. It's nice and thick. Trying to flatten that down. Again, I've got some nice big tote bags for blankets. So I think I need to just, I haven't bought the royal blue or the cherry red yarn for Eric's blanket yet, but I think I need to, just to use these bags. That way I can just, because right now, I have a little, the basket that the yarn is sitting in. And that's all well and good. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if I wanted to go somewhere and take my knitting, I have to pack it up first. So I'm thinking about maybe I should just throw it all in here and just be done with it. So yeah, lots of big project bags that I'm very happy about. My wrap is done. It's nice and soft. It's keeping me warm right now. It's just wrapped around my torso down here. So because I got so close to finishing this, I started thinking about what was the next project I wanted to work on. And well, I'll probably start subbing in the mini skein 10 stitch a little bit. This is Florida. If I haven't made that clear enough, I live in Florida and it is hot here. So knitted socks and knitted sweaters and hats and scarves don't get a lot of use down here. So I spent some time a few days ago on Ravelry going through the knitted tops and tank top patterns, and I found a few. I did not bring them with me. Everyone I looked at that I liked is saved to my library on Ravelry, so if you're interested, go check that out. I've never made myself a garment before. I think a good place to start would be making myself like a tank top or a sleeveless top, just to wear around the house and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting for me, because I think I'd be okay making the body. It's where I gotta put in armholes and a neckline that I've never done before. So yeah. So yeah, that's all I got for today. My episodes seem to be getting shorter, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. What is everybody else working on? And if you just finished a big project, are you taking a break, trying to reset your brain? Or are you diving into something else right away? Let me know either in the comments below or on Ravelry, and I will see you guys next week, okay? Bye.